Hi, this is Sean, and in this lesson we're going to look at getting a more authentic sound to your eighth notes, or as we call them in the UK, your quavers, when improvising jazz, or when playing jazz melodies which contain them. Because this is an area where most new jazz players struggle to sound authentic. Because something that exposes a non-jazz sound is the classical or pop musician playing accents on the on beats rather than the off beats. So for example, in this line of Take the A Train, which is 2, 3, 4, most people accent the on beats of that. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so if I go from the beginning now, I'm going to do the opposite and accent the off beats. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1. Now here's that phrase with eighth notes. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. Okay, now I'm exaggerating. It's not necessarily as obvious as that, but because most people struggle to do this, what I recommend is actually accent the offbeats exaggerated in your practice. So take a scale, for example, the C major scale, and and play it in swing eighths or quavers. Root to seventh when I practice some solo phrases up and down, root up to seventh and back. But try not to go that's where most people do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Now let's try the offs. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Now, as I said, I'm exaggerating. It's not quite like that. And it's not essential to do this all the time. I hear quavers which are much straighter. It's an individual thing. It's not the only way to do it. But a way that's not authentic is to accent the on beats. I've heard people that play quite equally, relatively equally, but I would say I'm mostly used to hearing the offbeat accented. So if I play some solo phrases on Take the A Train, let's see if you can recognize those offbeat accents. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so work on that. In any time you're practicing a scale or a solo phrase, it does take time. I'll warn you now that with almost every student, it takes time. And it took me a long time before my teacher didn't have to nag me about that anymore, and I was just doing it. But you will get to the stage where you're doing it some of the time, and then when you're doing it a lot of the time without realizing it, and then when it's just part of you. But it will get you a really authentic sound. So pursue the offbeat accents in your jazz eighths or quavers. Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next lesson.